Okay then, Jim, do you want to start by giving us your assessment of the game itself? You sort of made a dream start, but you had to battle for it in the end, didn't you?
We did. We're disappointed overall, if I'm being honest. We're disappointed with the couple of goals that we conceded. We're disappointed that from our point of view, they're very normal process-based stuff that we work on, and we expect sort of diligence of ourselves in those moments to know exactly what we're doing. And for a couple of moments there, we weren't doing a couple of components that we should be doing, which causes trouble further down the line. And those ones are really annoying, because in a game when you go ahead and then you're having chances, you feel like the second one's coming. So then those ones feel like gifts, and we don't like gifts, of course, for opponents. We take them ourselves, but they don't come our way very often. But we don't like giving them away, and we feel like we gave them away today. And as you said, we had to battle against the flow of how the day started to go. And I think the one shining light is probably the competitiveness that remained from us, to not run away from that battle when it was looking tough and it was sounding tough. But we fought to try and, produce moments again that we practice, get back to ourselves in a game, as I say, that became a struggle. And then I think second half there just became a moment with about half an hour to go where we'd wrestled full control of the game again, and it looked like it was coming. And fortunately, we got a second goal. We had chances to score a third, and ultimately we do go away disappointed with a point today.
Is your goalkeeper maybe suffering confidence-wise a little bit? Obviously made a mistake last week, and he looked like he made a couple today for the goals.
Tiernan's a confident boy, and he's come here to be a first-team goalkeeper. He's come here to be the number one, play for a team where the demands of the number one are real, they are what they are, and Tiernan has expectations of himself like we all do. I would say, truthfully, the team isn't in its most confident place, and also I would say there's my feeling as head coach has been, I've been pushing for focus. I've been trying to work predominantly to get the team focused, because I feel like there's been a lot of distractions and noise, and that's not helped us. And in key moments, I think, in games, I look back at certain games that maybe other people didn't recognise as being really important, but I did. I thought they really were, along a chain of results that could become positive or could become negative. And I just feel like focus is what's been required. I think Tiernan maybe isn't at his peak in terms of confidence. I wouldn't say he's lacking confidence, but I'd say it's maybe reflective of the team at the moment a little bit.
One player who did look very confident, particularly in the second half, Kean Hayes, obviously set up your equaliser, but he was causing them all sorts of problems down that right-hand side. When he's on the ball like that, he's quite a joy to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He gets bums out of seats, doesn't he? And, we play our football to try and get it to our difference makers and try and lift the stadium. Ultimately, I want the stadium happy. I want the stadium rocking. That comes from a place where the players are happy and the team is happily performing and getting it to the players who we feel like on the day can make a difference. I think Kean had a slow start today in the first half. He had a couple of moments that could have been promising but didn't quite go our way. But then I just thought, as I say, that same moment I spoke about in the second half where we just gathered control, and I think the fans sort of sensed it too, and the momentum changed a little bit from everyone, team and fans. I think Kean was one of the key players within that change, and we looked like we could get something from Kean 1v1 today.
You mentioned a lot of noise around and having to try and block out. There's obviously been so much talk this week about investment in the club, about the change of the situation with the shareholders voting at their meeting this week. I just wonder what your kind of feeling is about where you are at the moment. How do you feel about everything that's going on? How much are you invested in it? How much are you trying to block it out?
I'm human, so as much as I try to remain as distant as possible from everything that isn't football, I can't help but pay attention to it, read it, follow what the outcomes are going to be. It's all important to me. It's it's my club too, like it is the fans, and I care about the players, and I know that at the moment that they're directly affected by what some of these outcomes are going to be. And there was obviously a significant night for the football club on Thursday. That truthfully, I was never too nervous about which way that vote was going to go. I seen that as the only logical resolution, despite the fact the club did issue the results, and it surprised me that there was a I think 15% of votes maybe against the outcome that we have gone with. That surprised me, but yeah, I just want resolution. Truthfully, it's been a really disappointing backdrop to my first season as manager and our first season in the National League, and I think I'll never forget, I don't think it can ever be underestimated how strong the players have had to be throughout what's gone on this season. I don't think there's been a crescendo in the noise this week, but it's been going on all season. It just depends how much attention you've been paying to it. You guys are all here today because, as I say, it's a bit of a crescendo right now, but it's been constant. Behind the scenes, it's been constant. Interested parties, non-interested parties, it has been non-stop. And I don't forget, we had the smallest squad in the National League. After the summer window, we've signed nothing but free loans. There's been constant limitation after limitation on what we're doing, and even now, things are still being stripped because we still don't know what way all this is going to go. So I suppose take what you want from my answer there. Even within that answer, there's a mixture of feelings about it all. But I just want resolution. But I want resolution for the players. So I want them to be at ease, and I just want them to play football.
We were expecting Scott Dyer and World Soccer Holdings, the American potential investors, to be here today. They weren't because of an issue with flights. I think they're going to come to the game on Tuesday now.
Mm-hmm.
Will you try and meet with them? Do you want to meet with them? Do you want to know kind of what their plans are for the future?
I do, of course I do. I'm very excited for the future of Rochdale Football Club. If and when these guys purchase the football club and hopefully catapult us in a different direction in terms of just positivity, stability, lack of noise and positivity. I'm looking forward to it. I was due to meet with those guys today, and there's a connecting flights issue or whatnot. But yeah, I'm just hopeful for the outcome that we've all voted for, hoping that is going to be the actual outcome. I know we've been down the line with other investors this season, and unfortunately, in the latter stages, these things didn't happen. I think we're in real peril if something doesn't happen. So hope that it does, and yeah, I'm trying to rein in any potential excitement because we're just not there yet. But I want the fans to be excited. I've seen and hope that some of them are, and yeah, I want them to feel whatever they want to feel. I have to be a little bit more maybe reserved so I can keep some focus.
You'll know though, having been at this club, as a player, as a coach, as a manager, you'll know the fans are kind of cautiously optimistic. They know investment is needed, but they also don't want to jump into bed too quickly with the wrong investor. They want it to be someone that's got the club's interests at heart and makes the right decisions. So although the clock is ticking, if you like, this process has to be done right, doesn't it?
It does. And I would say that's no mean feat. It's a difficult process to try and vigorously go through the inner workings of all these companies, the backdrop of where these guys came from. I'm not talking about the current group, all of them. It's heavy duty work, and I know that Simon and the guys upstairs it's been constant for them all season. They've been up against it, constantly meeting with potential investment groups, and it's been a tough task for them because I know they have got the football club's best interest at heart. I know they have. They took over this football club with that very same best interest, and with a vision that I think in the end they found difficult to implement for different reasons. That's football, and I think they now know that the only real resolution is a new and healthy takeover with ambition and money to invest. I think ultimately the top and bottom of maybe the last few years is where we just didn't have enough money. We just ran out of money, and I know that's where we are right now, and we are all still currently working the best we can within that climate to try and, on my side at least, make every match day the best it can possibly be, while all that goes on in the background and hopefully comes to healthy resolution.